those involved in this illegal mining, they use choppers. They procure arms exactly the same way as our military were doing in the South. They give them arms. They use choppers to come and cut away the gold. And they take them out of this country and make billions of US dollars. And the federal government is not doing what it should be doing. I took this letter to the former president when I was national chairman of APC. And I said, call the general to give you more brief. In fact, what is happening, or what subsequently happened in that part of the country, was exactly what the general told me was going to happen. Because these guys have been weaponized by the illegal big men who deploy them, secure territories, and the weapon is meant to protect the Chinese and other foreigners who they actually employ to carry out the mining. And on occasion, they use the same weapon to carry out banditry, kidnapping, and all of the terrible things that are going on. Chief of Committee Chairman of Defense Staff, tell the defense I said so. That some retired military officers, army officers are involved in it. The day we can't tell the truth, this country cannot flourish. We can't change our, when it affects our people, we are at our best. We talk strong. Some other people appear to be above the law. That is what is going on with solid mineral. It is not that we don't know where it is. We have a whole survey of where we have what across the length and breadth of Nigeria. We also know, everybody complaining about certain people from certain nationalities. How they got here, even as we are talking now, they are doing those illegal mining. And those guys are getting richer when Nigeria State is getting poorer. But we carry the consequences of banditry, kidnapping, and that which this on illegal armed men, which they equip. Sir, who can afford to buy a chopper to land in an illegal mining site, cut away gold, return to Sediti, and then on the way to airport, bam, take them out of the country? This is happening. So I agree with you, but my position is that we shouldn't, as senators, be lamenting. As senators, we should fix the problem. We should tell the executive, you must deploy exactly the same force that you deploy against illegal oil bunkering. That same force should be deployed to deal with criminals who are money. When I say criminal, it can be a retired general, it can be a retired permanent secretary, it can be a retired trade unionist or a retired labor leader. Whoever is involved, they should be dealt with. Let Nigeria see that we are not condoning this. We are not lamenting what is going on.
Adams Oshimole has exposed Nigerian military, Nigerian army. You see this thing Adams is saying, somebody had mentioned this thing before. I can't even remember who that person is. He said if you know the level of corruption in the military, especially within the high-ranking officers, you will marvel. They said if you know the level of corruption going on in oil bunkering, that's where their eyes are, because they will tell you, we want to become we are the minister of petroleum. So under Buhari, people stole a lot and nothing was done about it. Like he mentioned that he brought this matter before the former president, which is Buhari, and nothing was done. And now he's calling on this same government to say, look into these people. How, like he mentioned, how many Nigerians can afford to have a shopper that they will land at the illegal mining site and lift gold and take it out of this country? How many people can afford that? It has to be because let me tell you something. Do you know security votes are not accounted for? Security votes are not accounted for. So these people do a lot of things and take it out of this country. They will sell and keep making money. And this is why you see that these people keep amassing wealth for themselves. There was one man that they arrested one certain time, like last year, early last year or middle of last year. This man is into this kind of deals. So the Chinese people come in, they are their go-between. The Chinese people will go there and mine the thing. They will now put the Chinese people in the air, this thing, and they lift them out of Nigeria, while some of the Chinese people that are mining the gold will still be there. And then you think that this insurgency is not spearheaded by this same crop of leaders. these people who have retired from the service and some who are still in the service. Because for them to retire and go into this kind of illicit, this kind of illegal act, it means they were doing it while they were already in service. And you see, this is the reason why that girl called Ruth is dragging them by all means, saying that everything that they accuse this Nigerian military or Nigerian army of doing, they actually did it. So for her to constantly, drag them and say they did what they did, it says a lot. So Chinese people, it's high time you begin to speak to your people to leave this illegal mining, because the day the Nigerian government will clamp down on them, it's not something, there will be no oga abeg in the situation. No matter what happens, there will be no oga abeg in the situation. Hey, God. So guys, I want to know your thoughts on the comment section. You see, when we talk about these Chinese people, we joke about it, we laugh with Chinese people, we welcome them to Nigeria, but the things they are doing in Nigeria is becoming something else. I mentioned the other day when I did a video about how they opened a place called a place for forex trading and cryptocurrencies, and at the end of the day they discovered that they were there teaching people how to scam people. So the scam was being done by themselves, but they were not employing Nigerians to do other jobs for them. But the Nigerian people did not understand exactly what they were doing, because they never gave them a letter of employment, and then did not also give them. So when people come in here and do things like this, tomorrow they'll say, oh, the Nigerian people are fraudulent, it is Nigerian people that did this, it's Nigerian people that did that. Hope you guys are seeing. So I want to know your thoughts, guys. Let me know on the comment section what you think about what is going on, because Nigerians, as Adams Oshimole is exposing these people, Nigerians are also reacting to it, because it's not nice. It's not nice. Every time we say, oh, Nigeria don't have money. See, I saw a place, somebody said Nigeria is richer than America, and somebody was denying it. You don't know. If you know what Nigeria has, Nigeria is the richest country in Africa. I know some people will say it's a lie. Nigeria is not rich. It is the wealthiest, because Nigeria has human resources, it has natural resources, it has manpower. Nigeria has everything. The only challenge we have is a kind of crop of leaders we keep having, who would do policies and they will not see it through. Some of them will have big policies. Some of them will do policies that they do not understand. Maybe something that someone sold to them as their brainchild. So they've not even studied those policies to know if it's something that can go through or something that they can run with. They will just hit and go. So at the end of the day, if the security agencies, people who have called themselves the military, can cook up something like this, can do something like this, then imagine what is going on. You know, this CNG gas, this CNG, it's like, CNG is like a wasted material. But because they know that it's something that can be turned into, can be CNG, can be put into cylinders and used for vehicles and other things. That was why, do you know how many trillion tons have left Nigeria in the past years when Nigeria had not started using CNG? You don't want to know. And the people who are doing this thing sold in trillion barrels. I don't even know if there's any other word to use. But at the end of the day, you see these people, sometimes you see their children driving jets, driving big cars, big SUVs, new vehicles, and you wonder to yourself, it's like you're not doing well. You'll be, look, this guy was my classmate, this girl was my classmate, but you don't know. Because some of them is generational theft. Their father was politician, from politician they became this one, from this one, and they are doing some all deals. Why do you think that tomorrow the NEPA doesn't want to be steady? It's because the people who are in charge of supplying generators want to keep selling generators. So that's why it's more time you hear that the national grid has fallen. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a big lie. Everything we need in this country, if we need, just like Peter Obi mentioned in one of his speech, he said they are pursuing Yahoo boys. Meanwhile, the number of Yahoo boys in government is on the increase. They have the highest number of Yahoo boys in government than the ones that are outside government. And that is the honest truth. What Peter Obi has said is just the honest truth. When Peter Obi said he was going to remove first subsidy, he wasn't saying he will yank it up like that on the day of inauguration. He said subsidy is gone. No, he said he will. Of course, he will not tell you his open-head what he wants to do. He only said he will remove first subsidy. Then people are saying, trying to score a cheap point, that Peter Obi even said he will remove first subsidy, but you do not know how Peter Obi intends or intended to remove first subsidy. So before you take somebody's brainchild, study it and know it. Guys, let me know your thoughts.